Let's meet the finalist.
Hey guys and dolls, it's your favorite girl, Chris Styles, and today I have an honor of speaking with some of the finalists for the 20th anniversary PVIFF. That is Peachtree Village International Film Festival. Yay! So, right now I have a young woman with me. Her name is Joanna White-Oldham, and she has a project called Following Directions. Now, I know when I first heard that title, I was like, yeah, I wonder what this is going to be about because, that phrase, following directions, can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But welcome, 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 Joanna.
Thank
Nice
you
to
for
meet you.
having me. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Yes, you should be excited. So let's just talk about your background really quickly, and then we're going to jump right into your project.
So, I am a former educator that studied film and loved it. I
Ah,
movies since I was a small child. My
mhm.
father worked in the movie theater. He would take us, so movies have been a part of my life since I could remember. And I wanted to make them. So I studied it, and now here I am. I'm producing and making films. It's been a great journey for me, all the things that I'm learning along the way. So
Yes.
that's it in a nutshell. We have so many ebbs and flows as we go along the journey. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good, but we just
Truth.
keep going. So that's where I am right now.
Truth, truth, truth. So this project, following directions, and with your background as an educator, it's making sense because the story is about a student who's been misunderstood. And I'd say that happens a lot, especially in our community. We're labeled as bad kids, and actually, it's just a matter of circumstances.
Yes, and this story is a little bit more personal than just professional. My
Okay.
professional life. This story stems from something that actually happened to me with my oldest child, who
Okay.
was gifted but was not embraced as such when he started school.
Yeah.
In the very beginning of his educational, a journey. And when I became an educator, I saw this repeatedly happening over and over again as a teacher on all levels, teachers, administration. I just saw this sort of pigeonholing our students
Hmm.
just based on a behavior.
Right.
And I have finally gotten to a point where I said to myself, I'm just talking to parents who are friends of mine. They're going through this, and nothing has changed. It seems to be getting worse. As a matter of fact, I would have to say this sort of treatment. And I'd like to add that um, if you're different in any way, so there are some people who do not look like me
Hmm.
or you, who have children that are different, who have children that have special needs and other issues that are also treated as if they are unable to do anything or they
Right.
can't learn or mistreated. So universally, this is a problem that I decided to approach through film.
All right. So tell us all about it. This young man in your film. So tell us his story or what the synopsis and everything like that.
So in this story, we meet Tony, who has clearly, we see in the beginning, from the beginning of the film, he is ostracized by the school. We can tell this by the way the adults speak of him like he's not there, the negative things that we hear them saying about him, the body language that the teachers use when they speak of him, and that the administrators when they speak to him. And he is within earshot of all of these things that he's hearing and seeing and he's watching. And his mom is a single mother trying to, get what's best for her child,
Mhm.
who is constantly having to be up at the school because the school is refusing to put anything in place that will help her child.
Right.
So we see this, we can tell this from the very beginning of the film, that this is one tired woman and one tired child. And, you know, we are trying to navigate something that's clearly not designed for us to succeed. And so during this film, we see how things escalate for Tony, where he has to stand up for himself and take a stand for himself. And then that is then, you know, I don't want to give up the, you know, too much about it, because
Right.
help people to come and see it. But, you know, that is the journey that our characters go through here.
Yeah.
Throughout that journey, we do have a one person that is really seeing Tony for who he is and who advocates for him outside of the parent in the school system.
Okay.
And this was also the case for me when I was going through this. I had one person that could see what I saw and believed in justice and doing things the right way, and who helped me fight the system to get my child what he deserved.
So, yeah, you mentioned that he stands up for himself, but I did see in the trailer, and which is often the issue with a lot of children who are misunderstood, even individuals, you know, I heard him say, something's wrong with me. And when they hear the feedback and the things that the teachers and the administrators are saying, they take that on. They start to believe that. So to hear that Tony stands up for himself in this story, I think maybe a rare occurrence, but it's something that's wonderful and should be celebrated. So my question is, this project, what are your hopes for this project?
The goal for this project is to take it to every parent. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I want every parent to see it. I know that there are parents that are out there that are going through this. I want them to know that they're not alone in this. I want to provide them with support and information and resources. So I'm developing those resources for parents as we speak, as to what they do if your child is going through this.
Yes.
Also, I am really focused on getting it in the schools, making it part of professional development programs, making it part of teacher education programs, so that individuals who are working with children can perhaps see themselves and identify their own bias.
That makes sense.
And turn things around.
That makes sense. And it's so necessary. There's a lot of, I was talking to someone else, and we were saying that there's a lot of education and healing through the arts. And sometimes people don't recognize things unless they see it in front of them in a film or in a stage production or through some sort of artistic expression, reading it in a book or things like that. So I applaud you for, you know, putting this project together, because our children need it. And our children are so special and so intelligent and gifted. And sometimes those things are, I don't know the word, it starts with an S, but they suppress it. Right. Because they feel like, you know, if they do this, then they're going to be labeled something negative. Right. And so that's shameful, and it's painful to know that happens. I mean, it happened to us growing up as well.
And we still go through this as adults. Yeah. As adults, when you stand for something, you're often looked at and treated differently, even as grown folks. So, you know, you can just imagine what the children go through. And they should not have to go through this. So I am hoping, I feel it. I feel that I have, not everyone has been behind the project, but the right people have been behind the project. And that's PVIFF, baby.
Hey.
The right people have been behind this project. So down from the crew, the actors, everyone has just come together to help push the story forward. And I'm so happy, so very happy that we're about to make some kind of change.
Yes.
The way our children are treated.
I wanted to ask you about the casting. How did you find the young man who plays Tony?
So this is, let me see if I can get through this one. So my sister joined the production
Uh-huh.
as casting director.
Oh, okay.
My sister, who passed, she just recently
Oh,
passed.
I'm sorry to
So
hear
let me
that.
see if I can get through this now.
I
But
understand. Yeah.
so she took this off. She took this on. She was like, "I'm gonna find the right person." And I'm like, "Listen, we gotta find the right person now. You sure you can handle this?" She said, "I got this. Don't you worry about this. You worry about putting this production together,
Right.
the logistics and that stuff, getting some money. You worry about that,
That
and
part.
I'll
Yeah.
worry about this."
Okay.
And so that basically I didn't have to do it. She sent me people that she thought were perfect. And quite honestly, I had no notes. I had no notes. So when she sent me the people and I met him, Santana is just wonderful. He is a very talented young man. I can't wait for him to come see the movie in person and meet people
Oh,
because
he hasn't seen it yet?
he has not seen the film yet.
That's going to be an awesome moment. You need to
Yes, and
document
this is
that.
it's so important for me for him to be there
Yeah.
and get to see it. And again, I had the support of the festival to make sure that that happens, so he can be present in the audience and see it along with all his family and friends. So that's how we got it. And everyone just fell into place. Even the crew, the crew. The cinematographer, the DP who I've worked with before on another project, he heard I was looking for somebody and was insulted that I didn't ask him, right? And I was kind of like, well, I didn't ask you because this is like really low budget, and we're shooting in Atlanta, and I didn't want to have you try to come down and do it. And he was like, "No, I want to do it." And I was like, "Okay, I love it. I love it."
Good.
And he helped get everyone else in place. And I'm going to tell you, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had on a set in terms of everyone just working together, getting along. We had a great time. And I think it shows in the work.
So when is it going to be available for public view? I mean, after you win the film festival and everything, when is it going to be available for everyone to see?
All right, you speaking for me now.
Put it out there.
Speak it. Okay. I'm on the fence about that. I have, I think, one more festival that I'm waiting to hear back from. I was very strategic about the festivals that I did submit to.
Okay.
I fully understood that this was not a film that every festival was going to, embrace. And so I think that I am going to look for a streamer that will take it and put it up there, and then somehow figure out how I'm going to get the materials to accompany that. I also think that I may want to try to do a round of professional development sessions with the project,
Okay.
workshops prior to that, but we'll work that out. The most important thing for me is that people are able to view the film and appreciate the context and take some action behind what they see. So
Okay.
that's
So this film is personal to you, of course, and it's necessary for the world to see. Um, are you going to continue to do that type of film work where it's educational to educate educators and to bring light to some of the things that people don't really address or talk about in schools?
I am going to be using, overall, my work is to stimulate thought and to get people moving in some positive direction. All of the work that I've done, narratively, my narrative projects or narrative projects that I produce have been about important issues, and I continue to, I'm going to continue to do that. Now, all of the projects that I have are not necessarily school and education based.
Okay.
I have a project that I've been working on, trying to get funding on it for years, called Weathering, the Weathering Project. And it is about the weathering of Black women and about how we are systematically physically harmed by all the stress that we take in every day from different sources.
The inside out.
And I have been met with resistance on that one from the beginning, trying to get the funding that I need to do that. I'd like to see Following Directions as a feature, because there were a lot of systemic and personal things that were going on with this child that I think is important for educators to understand, that when a child comes to your school, they're bringing everything with them to your classroom. And I think the goal is to try to, get this made into a feature-length project. So yeah, all of my work, even my master's thesis, was about using film to educate people, using it as a way to develop empathy, or to display empathy, I can say. Stimulate empathy. Like you said, when you see yourself on screen, or you see a situation play out in front of you that you're familiar with, it invokes a different sort of response from you emotionally. So that's my goal with everything that I am going to be working on moving forward.
I love it. I love that. Joanna, this is awesome. I'm excited for you. Again, congratulations on becoming one of the finalists out of hundreds and hundreds of submissions. Your message is necessary, which is why we are going to see it at the film festival. I'm so excited to meet you. We'll chat some more on the red carpet.
Yes, I'm excited about that too.
Yes. Is there anything else you want to share?
No, other than thank you, and thank you, Peachtree Village International Film Festival, for seeing the work, for seeing the message, for shouting out Santana. Go Santana, let's get it.
I'm excited to meet him too. I love child actors.
I can't wait till you meet him.
Bring it.
Yes.
Just
He's
bring
somebody special.
I love it. Yes. All right, Joanna, it's been a pleasure chatting with you and talking about your project. So again, congrats, and I will see you on the red carpet, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Right. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye. Another amazing project from the finalist list of the Peachtree Village International Film Festival. How on earth are they going to decide? See you next time.